Hello everyone, Dave here, and I brought Clans of Caledonia to the table, and we're going to be talking about a storage solution for this from Go7 Gaming. But first thing that I need to do is open up the box, because anybody that owns Clans of Caledonia knows that this box is small, and it's packed to the gills with all of the different pieces that you actually have to spend a lot of time trying to get everything to fit in there just so that the lid fits closed. So if I empty everything out, you can see there's lots of bags for this, different tiles. We've got money, all of our player boards and everything. And so what I wanted to do was show you a storage solution for this from Go7 Gaming. Okay, so here I have assembled the insert for Clans of Caledonia from Go7 Gaming, and let me quickly go over the different pieces. I have these all assembled. These are made from a material called HDF. It's a high density fiber board, and these need to be glued. I have assembled several of these inserts in the past. These are probably the easiest inserts to assemble from the different major brands of insert companies that are out there. And everything fits together wonderfully. I used a tacky glue to glue these together. You can use wood glue also, but if you use the wood glue, a lot of times if you don't clean it up, when it dries, you'll have a yellow residue. You don't see that here, but these are going to be spaces for the different resources, and you'll see what it looks like when it's all filled up before. There's two of these. There's one here and this one as well. There are also going to be a number of trays that are going to hold the different tiles and cards for the game. Here's one section here, and you can see again everything fits together really well. We've got notches for where things are, when they stack, are held in place so it doesn't move around afterwards. There's a spot for the currency, and note the slots that are, or the notches that are in here, are actually going to line up with these here to hold this in place. Now the really neat thing for this particular insert is for each of the player components, and they come with an acrylic overlay that you will be able to use with the game while it's in play. It also has some notches to hold some of the different tokens. So when they come and you assemble them together, there's actually a protective coating on here so you can see what it looks like on both sides. And I'll remove these later on as I load them up, but you'll see spots for all of the different player pieces and everything that goes in here, and you'll actually be able to use these while the game is in play. So it's going to keep everything neat and organized, all the pieces on the player boards. So, and there's 4 of those, and then one other piece that comes with there is a spot to hold the scoring pad while it's in the box so it's not moving around. So it's a relatively easy assembly process for all of these. These trays take a little bit of time to put them together, but everything is lines up into place very, very well. And so let me go ahead and get these loaded up, and I'm going to show you how everything all fits, how it's organized, and how it fits in the box. Okay, first off, let's take a look at, these are all the bags now that we've eliminated by using this particular insert. So let me push these off to the side. We'll take a look at the resource trays, and I'll lift them up, and you can see where we have each of the goods, and inside they're marked which type they are. So like here we've got our wool, and we've got our cheese and our grain, and there's spaces that you just fill in some of the multiplier tokens, and then the first player token I can just slide in there. These are for those additional goods that go in there. So we've got this tray here, and then also we have our whiskey, our milk, and our bread. So we've got those barrels, all those pieces fit in there. Really, really nice. The next piece that we have is this. So we have our money tiles, our money tokens that are right here, and this is going to be able to accommodate either the metal coins or the cardboard coins, which these are. But they fit inside, and they're marked inside denominations 1, 5, and 10. You can see them right here. We have another spot for our starting tiles, our dice, and then also our market price markers. They all fit inside this little one. And it fits inside this compartment like this. And when I lift it off, here's all of our clan tiles underneath. And then we also have room for our different tiles. We've got our port harbor tiles, and then also our scoring tiles. They fit in here. And then we have also all of these, which are our export contract tiles. Now these fit, they just fit exactly. In fact, this one is a little bit snug maybe when I built in pressure, but they are not gonna move once you put them in there. But so that's gonna hold all of them on the side, and you can see here. And then when I set this down, the money sits on top, locking in all the tiles from underneath. So that's not going anywhere. Now here's the probably the star of the show is going to be what holds all the player components. And when they go into the box, they're going to sit like this. You can see a player board with the acrylic overlay that's going to go on there and hold all the pieces in place. But underneath here, inside, what we have is a space for all of the different player pieces. So we have all of our different, like here's our barrels and our dairies and everything else. We also have a spot for our player aid, and we also have our export box. We have our port tokens, glory tokens, and then some of our technology tiles. Those are all going to fit inside there. And then when it comes time to store them away, we just take one of the player boards and we set it on top like this. And then the acrylic overlay sets inside there and locks down. Now, you have to be careful with the acrylic pieces because I actually had one, it came this way. When I went to go peel off the paper, there's a crack in there. I don't know if you could see it. But these can be a little bit sensitive, so just be careful when removing the protective cover on it. So that's what they're going to look like, but the neat thing is you can use these in-game for play. And so when you look at this, you see all the pieces are set in there in their own little spots, so they're not going to move while we're playing. And then there's also some notches that are in the back side of the insert that are going to hold, like your port tokens can go in here, so you have them at the ready, and then also a spot for your glory token. So that's pretty neat. And so everything's going to be held in place there, and then you just have a few additional pieces, like you have your player aid will be out when you're playing, and your export board, and then you have additional markers that are going to be used. You just put those off to the side. But this will stay in front of you, keeping everything neat and organized while you're playing the game. So anyways, let me load this up into the box and we'll see how it all fits. All right, so let's fit this together, and there are instructions that come actually in the build instructions how to place these together. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to place our resource trays in the bottom, and the specific way that they go is we have this particular one goes here, and then we have this other one that goes along the side like this. And so they are locked in. And the next thing we're going to do then is place in our boards. So we have our two market boards, and they fit inside there. And then we also have our game board itself. They fit in. And so it's fitting pretty flush with this particular set of tiles. There might be a little bit of space below there. The next thing that we're going to do then is we need to place our trays inside, and so this one is actually going to go like this. So now we're setting in our tokens, all of our tiles, our money, and everything like that. And when we look and see how this fits, we're fitting right up to the top where we need to be. And then we are going to then place our scoring. There's a spacer that we're going to place in here, and this actually brings everything flush inside. It's going to hold our trays and give support to that, and the scoring pad goes right in the middle like that. And then what we're going to do is place our 4 player boards inside just like this. So now we have everything is going to fit inside the box. We are maybe just a slight hair of a raise on there, but I wouldn't be anything to be concerned about. and the rules will go on top, and then we'll just be able to close up the box just like that. So, and when we look at the on the inside, we may have just a slight bit of raise that's on here, but definitely we're gonna save so much time on setting up this game. The acrylic overlays are really going to be nice for keeping everything organized while we're playing the game. So this becomes functional not only for storing the game and setting it up, but also everything's going to be right in here when you're done. You just put all the pieces back in and you're set to go. You just, when it's ready to play, you're going to hand out these to each of the players. We're going to bring this out. We have our tiles and everything that we need. We set up the board. We are ready to go. So we're going to definitely save a lot of time. Some of the highlights on this, I really like the fact that even some of the tokens we can hang off the box with these different notches on here. Also, one thing I didn't notice before or didn't mention is we have a spot for our technology tokens, and they sit right in here and you can flip them over, so they're going to be held in place here as the game progresses as well. So very, very good construction quality. Look at that. We're flush right here. Everything fits in. So another great job by Bobby Griggs and his team at Go7 Gaming. So if you're interested in picking up an insert for Clans of Caledonia, which is definitely going to keep things a lot more organized and eliminate all these bags, then you're going to want to check it out, and I'll have information in the video description below. You can head over to their website and check it out. So that is the Go7 Gaming insert for Clans of Caledonia. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.